everyone, and welcome to another episode of Thought Leaders of Tomorrow. Today we have with us Ms Rounak Dua, who is the CEO of Study with Udaan. Study with Udaan is an overseas education company whose main mission is to be the one-stop shop destination for all students who intend to pursue a higher education abroad. Hi Rounak, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, thank you so much for inviting me for this call.
We're looking forward to get some interesting insights from you about the overseas education business and what kind of trends you've observed.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so my first question to you is, what has been your experience in the travel industry so far? What's your journey been like?
So I've been working in the travel industry since quite some time now. I have learned so much about the changing trends every now and then. But one thing that's most important is your customer and how you have to give the perfect service solutions to them. How you provide them with the easiest and the best solutions. This is what I have gained out of the experience.
And as someone who is so much younger to other people in the travel industry, as a young thought leader, have you ever come across any ideological differences while working with veterans in the travel industry? And how have you really found a way to kind of negotiate that?
So not really. I have never been very intimidated about it. I just respect all my seniors' ideas and how their methods of working. And because I get to learn a lot from it, and my mentor, my father, Mr. Dua, who is the director of Udaan India, and has been the perfect example of hard work and patience in my work life. So I've always learned something out of it.
So, coming to Study with Udaan, what was the entire thought process behind the venture, and why did you, decide to kind of expand into the travel education sector?
So the idea and the thought behind Study with Udaan was basically to simply just expand Udaan's services and to become one-stop for all educational travel solutions and to add study visas to our set of services. With the rise in students choosing to study abroad, and we saw that this is the opportunity and this is the future now. Also, we had a tough time during my siblings admissions abroad, so we did our own research and we ended up just starting Study with Udaan, and it's just picking up really well.
How exactly do you think Udaan has actually made life easier for students wanting to, go abroad and study? Like, what does the service in its entirety actually entail?
So we basically mentor students from all over the country, as Udaan has 9 branches pan-India. So we are spread out across the country and we mentor them, we help them, and we basically simplify their admission process with our smooth and reliable services. We are proud to say that all students who have availed our services or have come to us for their admissions are really happy, and their parents are also super happy, and they prefer us as a partner, as their educational partner for their future relatives or maybe other siblings or friends, so they refer us.
Right. Also, have you particularly noticed any kind of trends when it comes to students choosing a specific destination while studying abroad? And do you think that depends on any one specific thing?
So all students who aspire to go abroad mainly go for personal growth, exposure to the world, and find opportunities outside, eventually live there, make a living out of there. A student looks at the possible benefits from the degree they are going to study at the university, whether they will get the post work permit visa after that or not. And these days Australia and Canada has been like a top favorite for all students, because their uh, uh, post work permit facilities are available for the students, so they easily get a visa for the work permit after their degree.
Mm-hmm. And coming to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, which has obviously had an impact on students going and studying abroad, how do you think that's kind of made a difference in your organization, if it has, and what have you all been doing to kind of maintain your client relationships?
So basically, this pandemic has been, hard on all industries, but the travel fraternity has been affected the most. there is no certainty as to when things will go back to what they were. But we are working towards new things, regrouping our ideas. We stay in touch with our students and B2B agents for their ongoing queries, So this is how we are planning the future of, post COVID-19.
Right. So speaking of the future post COVID-19, do you think it will kind of impact the fact that students choosing a destination like to study abroad? Do you think that will change post COVID?
So with the recent new policy, the ICE policy in the United States, not a lot of students will be willing to go to the United States. Instead, they'll prefer going to countries where they are benefited, because parents spend a lot of their hard money and resources to educate their students from a prestigious university and eventually settle abroad. So I believe parents are currently scared to, even send their kids abroad at the moment, even like my parents are for my siblings. So, due to the state of affairs, and every country wants to, take care of their own people at the moment. So, I don't think that United States is going to be a preferable choice for students. But, I believe and I hope that, things will just, eventually take their natural course, and, everything will be back to normal.
Absolutely.
Hopefully.
That's what we're all hoping for. Finally, Rounak, I just like to know, as someone who's become an entrepreneur at such a young age in the travel industry, what would your word of advice be to everyone aspiring to do the same?
So I believe, and what I have been, following this lockdown and, quarantine, things have changed drastically. Like, as a person also, I have spent a lot of time, in my developing new things and stuff. During these trying times, we should be hopeful basically and use this time to reinvent how you do what you do. Bring consumers new alternatives, new values, and in the process, even reinvent your own brand. Don't let innovation stop because this window could be a new opportunity. So I believe, that it's just you have to keep working hard and keep coming up with new things. You never know what might just get stuck in the future.
Right, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are ending on a really hopeful note, hoping that all of this will pass soon. It was great chatting with you, some great insights.
Same here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed this video and you want to watch more such content, please like, share and subscribe to The Growth Minds.